let's talk about some of what's saucy in the sports world today. What's mild, what's medium, and what's hot. And I gotta start us off with talking about some super mild sauce. And this has been mild for a long time, right? Now, you ever go to Whole Foods or anywhere and you see like wings behind a glass, and you're like, man, they look kind of good, right? Obviously, they cold and they heat them up and they say spicy, but when you eat them, it's just not spicy. They sold you something that it wasn't because your level of spice is different. So, what's mild in the sports world? I just gotta say, it's you, Jerry Jones. Ever since 1995, man, you've been the GM de facto when you got rid of Jimmy Johnson, who was bringing in the talent. You've been doing it your way for 27 years. You have 4 playoff wins and a slightly above 500 record. What GM gets to keep a job with that fail record? None, unless the GM is his own boss, man. Now, you be selling these hot wings every offseason. Oh, man. One time, you know what? You know when I stopped listening to Jerry Jones? When Tony Romo got hurt and Brandon Weeden had to be the quarterback, and Jerry Jones looked in the camera and said, you'll never see a better passer of the football than Brandon Weeden. Now I know you a salesman. I'm a salesman. Game recognized game, man. So I stopped listening to you. I love my boys. But I hate the way you manage the team. I hate the only time the team is good. The only time we were hot sauce is when we had Jimmy Johnson, who had control of everything. The other time that we were hot sauce is when we had Bill Parcells, who built a team out of nothing. And then you got rid of him when the team became something, so we didn't even get to take that team to the Super Bowl. Then you had Cupcake Wade Phillips. You had Cupcake Jason Garrett. And now you brought in yes man Mike McCarthy. Why, man? Why are you doing this to us?
Do you think this segment is Hear Me Out?
Cowboys,
we're doing wings and things. This isn't Hear Me Out. You know,
but they're mild right now.
Will gets real.
He's very passionate
about wings.
About
I guess so.
Like you don't want to see Gaddy at a Hooters table, right? And you give him the mild wings, and when he ordered the hot, let me tell you,
he's going off. He's going off.
I had to say mild sauce right now for what happened in the sports world today. It's kind of mild, but I wanted to talk about it. Sean Payton stepping away.
That's gonna be in Big D next year. I might like that. We'll see.
Pause. But I definitely
because it's kind of like breaking news, but then it's kind of like, well, like what? Why? Just why all of a sudden now? Like what happened that? And for me, as soon as I seen him retire, he was like, man, damn this. I'm not going back into season next year with Jameis Winston. This ain't happening. I go hang out with my kids for all that.
Well, the cap space is hard. Like they're the worst cap in the league.
I'm not like you're not going to send me back out there with Jameis Winston and Taysom Hill and ask me to win 10 games again next year. No, I'll go sit in the studio booth next to Drew.
I'm going to say my mild sauce right now. I need to take a deep breath and just inhale the sweetness of these wings because there is no spice to it. Well, aside from last game where Mr. Jason Tatum decided to pour in 51 points out of nowhere, but good Lord, that is the most
empty 51 points ever.
I can't express how tangy and unspicy these wings are, and they were displayed as fire sauce or like Diablo coming into the season, and then you taste them and you're like, nope, there's no nothing to these. I mean, this guy is averaging his career high in minutes per game, a career high in field goals attempted, a career low in field goal percentage, a career low in 3-point percentage. He is just increasing the amount that he shoots and decreasing the amount that he makes. I'm not going to go into a hear me out segment. You started to get the high pitch, Craig. So I'm going to tone it down. I'm just going to tell you right now that I don't enjoy these wings. They're a little bit too sweet for me. I like to send them back and throw some habanero in that sauce.
Okay, send them back, man. Send them back.
I think these wings are pretty mild. You might disagree, but the Last Dance was one of the most talked about documentaries of its time. I think everybody who watched it enjoyed it. It definitely showed Michael Jordan to a generation that might not have known too much behind beyond a couple of YouTube highlight videos or whatever. So it's a big deal, and MJ, in my opinion and others' opinions, is the GOAT. So if you're gonna post, the Last Dance and say that that's about to be what you're gonna do, then you might as well win a playoff game. But this boy Aaron Rodgers is a bum. BUM. The man, oh my gosh. I can't even remember the last time that like he actually had a run in the to the Super Bowl. I mean, we obviously all know, right, when it was, but I'm saying it's been a decade. Last Dance, all that hoopla, all that drama in the offseason, and you couldn't even get them one win. Aaron Rodgers, you're mild, man. You are mild. You are not Tom Brady.